What is up? What is up? What is up, man? What is up? What it do, man? I want to give a shout out to each and every one of you. Thank y'all for coming in for a Tuesday night Soul Source. Before we get things kicked off, I want to let you all know to check the description down in the description box below. Click that link if you want a incredible water bottle that I've been using for the last month and a half, and it is absolutely worth the buy. Type in my promo code JMogul to save 25% off. I get a little bit, but you save a lot trying to be healthy. What's going on with y'all, man? I know you all saw the thumbnail, and that's what we're going to get into. We're going to get into the thumbnail about Sniper Scam University. And the last time we talked about it, there was a lot of speculation and a lot of what ifs and probabilities and things like that. I did do some more research throughout the interwebs, throughout the internet. I was able to find the Snipe University website because it's not exactly under his social media handle name. It's not under Sniper Kicks. It is under Snipe. What is it? Snipe University is what I had to type in. And let me make sure while I'm saying this that I still have this readily available and pulled up on the screen. But if I don't, even if I don't have it up on the screen, I will find it again because after looking, it was so easy to find. I don't know how I missed it before. And I think I might have replaced that screen with something else, but like I said, I will find it. But yes, the individual who I guess broke the news or allowed this whole manhunt to become a thing, I was able to get in contact with him, and he shared a little bit more information. He shed some light on some of the things. And I want to say this. Let me go ahead and type in Snipe University and pull this up. And I'm actually going to show you all what pops up when you type it in. Because like if you go and you try to type it in regularly as a URL, it doesn't show up. It doesn't show up. I had to go through Google in order to find this. But let me see what y'all are talking about here in the chat. He said, Diamond family, what's good, man? He said, where you at? We in the building. We in the building. He said, let's talk about it. Popcorn ready. Hey, I'm glad y'all popcorn ready because it's a sniper, no sniping. But first and foremost, I saw a couple of lives. I didn't watch too many videos because I didn't want it to skew my opinion one way or the other. I will say in the one live that I did watch, shout out to Sneaker Files. Sneaker Files put his feet to the fire. He put belt to ass, so to speak. Still, all the questions that I would have asked didn't get asked, and that was because Scammer Kicks was being, how do I word this without being, coming off as if I'm attacking him. He was being evasive. He was being very evasive when the actual real questions, when his feet were being held to the fire. Other people were kind of asking him questions and he was speaking in circular and they were letting him get away with it. And I was not too happy with that. But I mean, some good questions came out of it. Just the kind of response after he gave the answers weren't good enough. They were not good enough. They were letting him skate. They were letting him ride. They were letting him basically get away with murder. The guy who actually, again, like I said, brought all this to the internet and sneaker community's attention, they didn't do him any favors. Nobody did him any favors. What I come to find out is when I said you either have to be blind, deaf, or dumb to fall for something like this. After hearing his story, I can easily understand how he fell for this scam. I'm going to call it what it is. It is a deliberate scam. Sniper Kicks is a snake oil salesman. And I can understand how he fell for it. He said he fell and he got caught up in the blinding lights of Sniper Kicks having all of these subscribers, because I think Sniper Kicks has about like 300,000 subscribers or something like that. And for somebody like me, it puts you out there in the public eye, but for somebody like me, it doesn't come off as you're famous enough to fall for a $6,000 pyramid scheme is what it really is. But he said he got caught up in the fact that Sniper Kick seemed like a really nice guy, because he does seem like a nice guy. He comes off as like one of those harmless cornballs. He comes off as a unassuming, harmless, good individual that, like, even if you think there's something possibly bad that he would do, you would think that, like, you would easily get over on him. You think he was a pencil neck pushover, but under that weird, like, exterior, that weird, corny exterior, lies a very manipulative, very lying, creepy individual. Sneaker Files said in the conversation, the way you talk, you would make a good politician. Now, I don't know about a good politician. I would say he would make an okay politician, but as long as you stop him from doing all that rambling and you make him answer the questions, he'd be all kinds of fucked up. Before we get into the rest of them, and I want to say shout out to my Double Cup Red Cup family. What y'all sipping on tonight, man? I just got a little something light, some juice with a little bit of twist thrown in there, a little razzmatazz thrown in there to keep the conversation light and easy going for the rest of the time that we are here together. We're probably going to talk about like some of these sneaker drops as well. Let me know what you recently picked up over the last week, and then what you might be looking for the foreseeable future. For me, sneaker releases have not been looking all that exciting. Now, there are some releases that I would suggest that you go for, that I would recommend, but for the most part, they're not a must-have. Now, there are some non-Jordan shoes that are dropping that I would consider to tell you all that you might want to really highly think about picking up. But getting back into Scammer Kicks, now Sneaker Files again held his foot to the fire, and he danced around a lot of it. He did a lot of and he kept repeating the guy's name, and he kept repeating the other accuser's name, and then he kept trying to deflect by calling the guy a drug addict because he said he smoked weed. So he automatically accused him of being a drug addict to try to devalidate what the man had been saying. And again, this is one thing that I did not appreciate about the interview that they gave that the guy in particular. The guy is not good at explaining himself. And I very well could have had him on the live. I very well could have had him on the live and could have asked him to tell his side of the story and explain himself. But watching the two lives that he participated in, that he naively participated in, I said, I'm not going to do that to him. I said, I'm not going to do that to him. He's already developed some trust issues with podcasters and things like that. So I wasn't even going to ask him to even be on the live, because I easily could have had him up here. I just told him, share with me what you feel comfortable sharing, and we'll just go from there. And to the individual whose live that he was last on. You pretty fucked up for that shit. You are a you are a sad motherfucker for that shit. I will say it like that. I have no kind words. And I don't hate you. And I'm not going to be overly aggressive because I don't really know you like that. And I've seen you in the comment section and stuff like that, but the way you set this man up was fucking disrespectful. It was a shame. You are close acquaintances. You said you were friends with Sniper Kicks. So how in the hell can you give somebody an objective interview that is calling somebody that you consider a friend a scammer? And that's exactly what you did. You set this man up for failure. You didn't listen to a thing he said, and then you brought your racist ass friend onto your live. Oh yeah. I'm gonna go there. You brought your racist ass friend on the live that dropped the N-word every single chance he could. Didn't even hear that, like, this was supposed to be your live. The guy didn't agree to join the live with you and your racist ass friend to be disrespectful to him. He joined your live because he thought you were going to allow him to have his voice heard and that you were going to have a non-biased opinion. And you did the exact opposite. You let that racist SOB run wild, and you didn't put any checks and balances on it. And when he left your live, when he ducked off of your live, all of a sudden then you want to play the nice guy. You know what I say to that? Fuck you for that. Because you're gonna get your comeuppance. That racist motherfucker you had on your live, he already got his comeuppance. But I mean, everybody gets theirs in due time. Biased is fuck, absolutely biased as fuck. And the thing is if you were gonna be biased like that, why lie to the guy? You might as well had been honest. Hey, look, Sniper Kicks is my friend. I've known him for a very long time. I don't know about this, but I just want you up here for the views to see what you got to say, because that's all he did. All he did was use him for the views. That's basically what it was. Now, in speaking with this guy and then watching his interviews and the things he had to say, I quickly realized that I'm not going to call him dumb. I'm not going to say he's an idiot by any stretch of the imagination, because we've all made mistakes like that. Now, some of it I might say he was, a little too old to be falling for stuff like that. But that's more so opinion based. But what I will say is he's not good with words at all. He's not good with words, in my opinion, publicly speaking, and he's not good at expressing himself. And I kind of agree with some of the things that some people were saying when they said, and smoking weed did not help him. But I later on learned that he smokes weed for a legal medical reason, because he's had injuries. Now, he didn't discuss with me what those particular injuries were, but that's why he smokes marijuana. But that still didn't make it right for Sniper Kicks to call him out as a drug addict, because he was being called out on some bullshit university services. Again, like I said, if you drink alcohol, would it be right for me to say that you're an alcoholic because you drink alcohol? So I don't know how Sniper Kicks came up with the idea that he was a drug addict based off of that, but it is what it is. And then say something like that and then turn around and say, I'm going to sue you for defamation. This guy, I don't know how you want to put it, but if you want to start looking at the legalities of things, okay, well, let's start looking at the legality of the entire situation. And that's why I'm bringing you all the contract that he signed tonight. I'm going to show you all. So, where should I start first? Do you all want to see the overview of the page for the university, or would you all like to see this contract that Sniper Kicks wrote up for his students? Because once you all see this, you all might have the same reaction that I had. At first, I laughed, and then I said, what the fuck? Like, I was confused, and then I got pissed off because the shit ain't right. Okay, so y'all want to see the contract. All right, well, let's go ahead. So it's a three-page contract. A three-page contract. Let me go ahead and pull it up, and you all tell me if you all can see this or not. So this is the title of the contract for Sniper, not Sniper, but Snipe University, created by sneaker YouTuber Sniper Kicks. And I'm probably going to have to read this off of my phone to be able to keep up with you all, because it's in such small damn print that I can barely see this. I had to screenshot it and I had to blow it up just to see it. Okay, so let me go ahead and make myself smaller and then make this a lot larger. So on this contract, it says Inner Circle Mentorship. And it's got a documentation reference number, and it says page 1 of 3. So in the first heading, it says this agreement is entered into on September 6, 2025. That's when the guy signed this contract for Sniper University on September 6, 2025. So last year. It says between Nicholas Malonga, and that's Sniper Kicks' name, and which he classifies himself as the owner, and Steve, and that's the guy that was going through the lives and accused him of scamming him. Then the next line says the owner acknowledges that the recipient will receive one-on-one mentorship in sneaker reselling directly with Sniper Kicks and his team. Okay, so he said that he was going to help mentor him and that his team would be available to help mentor him. Now, in accordance to Steve, Sniper Kicks was not easily and readily available. He said on occasions his team did reach out to him, but didn't really reach out to him. Now, Sniper Kicks claimed that he was doing well for the first 5 months. And this program is supposed to be guidance for the first 5 months. He said, Sniper Kicks says doing good for the first month and then fell off. If you are in a mentorship program and you're supposed to be teaching somebody, everybody knows that if a student falls off or does not respond, you start asking questions as a teacher and a mentor. I don't know how many of you all went to school, but when I went to school, if we started doing bad in school or if our grades started dropping, the teachers sent out progress reports. The teachers started calling home and started asking questions. Well, Steve never got that. Steve didn't got that. Steve said that he got an initial conversation, and then, hey, what's going on? And then that was it. No response. He said that he told Sniper Kicks, hey, the shoes that you gave me, I need some help because these shoes aren't moving. I haven't been able to make a real profit. Can you help me out? And Sniper Kicks did not respond at all to him. And then the next time that he heard a response from Sniper Kicks was, hey, well, we got these, what is it? The Flight Club 4s coming out. Motherfucker, how is the Flight Club 4 going to help me get off these other shoes? You're supposed to be giving me strategies and tactics to come up off of the shoes that I already have purchased. And see, here's another problem. Steve said he's in a small town of like maybe 400 people. When he told Sniper Kicks that information, Sniper Kicks should have immediately told him, hey, look, man, I don't think this program is for you. You don't have enough possible clientele base in order to justify you paying this $6,000 for this course. Sniper Kicks said he does an assessment for each student, and he said he assesses his students on whether they are actually hungry and willing to do the work. Well, how do you gauge if somebody is hungry and willing to do the work or not? Please let me know, because you could tell a child, hey, I got an opportunity for you to make $100. Would you like to make $100? A child is, of course, going to say, what? Yes, I would love to make $100. And then you respond back to him with, but you got to make sure you're hungry. Are you hungry for the $100? And they say, oh, yeah, I'm hungry for the $100. How am I to actually believe that? How am I to really gauge how hungry you are or not? Until I actually ask you to do the very thing. And in this case, once he saw Steve fall off, he should have said, either he should have stayed on top of Steve and helped him out or given him some ideas. Or when Steve said, I live in this small area, he should have said, I don't think this is for you, and gave him his money back. But you get into this contract. It says you get one-on-one mentorship with Sniper Kicks and his entire team. And then the next bullet point says the inner circle mentorship includes, and that's all that's on that line. A bullet point should not tell me what it it should not say on a line what it includes. If you're dropping a bullet point, it should automatically tell me what you're going to provide for me. But the next bullet point says lifetime access of Snipe University, 40+ training academy with expertise in sneaker reselling. Okay, lifetime access. We all know, in accordance to Steve, that his $6,000 didn't give him lifetime access because Sniper Kicks banned him from all access points for calling him a scammer and pointing out the fallacies in his school and contract. The next line says lifetime access of Sniper Kicks Snipe Gang Discord. He got blocked from that. Direct access to Sniper Kicks and his staff. Jose, Sniper Kicks is the head coach. You will receive direct coaching. What does that mean? What the fuck does that mean? Group thread with Sniper Kicks' bulk suppliers. So he was supposed to be given access to suppliers of multiple pairs of shoes. He said he never got that. Then it says social media mastery. Hold on, y'all. Let me go ahead and pull up K-Bone's social media. And you all let me know if you think this is somebody who got a course in social media mastery. You all let me know. Okay. So right here, and I'm glad, he took the videos down at first. And I'm glad he put those videos back up. But let me bring this up on the big screen. Let me completely possibly eliminate myself and bring K-Bone's social media up on the big screen. Okay, this is K-Bone's social media profile, and we looked at it before. We saw this before because we talked about it back when I didn't have full information or anything like that. So this was a 5-month long program. K-Bone currently has 1,300 followers. And this is K-Bone's social media page. Okay. So he showed a video of the Bread Jordan. I mean, he showed an image of the Bread 85 highs. And let me see, what day was this? 71 weeks ago, All-Star Weekend. This was even before he got with the Sniper Kicks program. And he was just notifying that pairs were about to drop. That was before. Had a Jordan 3. I don't even know what that is. He hit on a pair of Brick After Bricks. And let me see if we can actually find the shoes that he said he had purchased with Sniper Kicks. Let me see if I can find those. Let's see. The Sniper Kick shoes, because he said he had a pair of he said he got some Tokyos from Sniper Kicks. He said he got some Rare Air 11s. He said he got a pair of a couple size runs of the Taxi 12s. And I think that's about it. I think this image right here. Oh, and some Gamma 11s. So he had the Rare Air 11s, which are these right here. He got a couple of sizes of the Taxi 12s, which is right here. And he got sizes of the Gamma 11s. And this was November. So this was 2 months after he joined Snipe University. Now, the funny thing about this is Snipe said that after the first month, K-Bone did nothing. He said he absolutely did nothing. And like I said, the last time we spoke about this, I said, well, just because he did not put it in your university's algorithm that he did something does not mean he did not do anything. He just did not log it into your system. This right here, with him showing it on his social media, proves to the contrary, that he was letting people know that he had sizes for sale. So I don't know how Sniper Kicks quantified that this man wasn't doing anything, but he was doing something. Now, if you look at this, let's look at what he said about these shoes. Okay. Tokyo 5s. He's got an image of the Tokyo 5s on a rotating sneaker display, and it said DM to purchase. And in the description, it doesn't say anything. He just had Rick Ross's Aston Martin music playing behind the video. This is another one for the Rare Airs. He said, in hand soon, DM to purchase, with nothing in the comment section. A size run of the Taxi 12s. Early release sneak peek Air Jordan Taxi 12s, November release. More photos coming soon. DM to purchase, 100% authentic. And he listed the sizes. Now, just looking at his social media, just looking at K-Bone's social media, would you say that this guy has a mastery in social media? But that's what Snipe University promised, a mastery in social media. If I'm looking at this guy's profile, his Instagram profile, it's weak to say the least. And that's no stab at K-Bone, but it's more of a stab at the teaching process of Snipe University. This is a weak social media profile. This is a weak sales attempt and all of that. He had the salesman Jordan 6s where he said he lost out on it. Basically everything from the Gammas all the way up to the salesmen's. He said he lost on the Bugs Bunnies. He said he lost out on the salesmen's. He said he lost out on the Taxi 12s and a couple of other pairs. He said the only thing that he actually made something off of was the Tokyo 5s and I believe the Gamma 11s. And those were the only pairs. So I believe that was like, I think he might have ended up being like 2 for 6. 2 for 6. And here's the thing. He had to pay for every size run that he purchased. For $6,000, that $6,000 should have included a couple of releases. It doesn't make sense to me to have to pay $6,000 for Snipe University and then turn around and drop another $9,000 on full size runs of sneakers. It just does not make sense to me. It makes absolutely no sense. But getting back to this course this course contract. He said, building clients for your business. Sniper University will help you build clients for your business. And then access to KNet platform to speed up sales. K-Bone's sales didn't speed up, and it doesn't look like he gained access to a better clientele. It doesn't look like that to me, especially if the man is losing out on pairs, and it didn't look like he had that many pairs. If you're going to lose out on about, let me see, because he had about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He lost out on a 9-pair inventory of salesman Jordan 6s. I don't know how many pairs of the Bugs Bunny 8s he had. He lost out on the rare airs that he had. Like, it just, the ends don't justify the means, is what I'm saying. Now, if you're looking at this contract and you already thinking, what the fuck is all of that saying? It's not saying anything. It's because it's not. It's not saying a damn thing. Now, this is contract page 2 of 3. And at the bottom of the very first page, it says terms. Sniper Kicks only works with people that are serious with reselling. Therefore, he will not accept anyone that is not serious. Again, how the fuck can you tell if somebody is actually serious or not? How can you tell if somebody is serious or not? I don't understand this. How can you properly gauge if somebody is serious or not? But this second page, let's go to the second page. The second page of this Sniper University contract says, there are no refunds or cancellations working with Sniper Kicks one-on-one. There is limited availability to individuals that work with him. If you determine to get to take, that sounded crazy as fuck to me reading that in my head. I can't even, yo, what's going on, JV? What's going on, family? I promise you all, my reading is not fucked up. I can read. This is what this paperwork says. It says, there are no refunds or cancellations working with Sniper Kicks one-on-one. There is limited availability to individuals that work with him. If you determine to get to take a spot in his inner circle, you are agreeing to the following all steps. If requested a refund, it will be denied. Sniper Kicks only will work with individuals that are committed to reselling. Now watch this. Watch this. He said that the refunds will be denied if you ask for a refund. Hold on, let me take you all to a little bit of proof. And I wish I could have got her up here on the live to share her experiences, but I didn't get a chance to really converse with her. Let me see. Where's my TikTok? Where's my TikTok? TikTok, where you at? Here we go. By the way, follow me on TikTok if you have it, man. Sometimes I try to post some extra stuff there, but in the contract, it said you get no refunds. Let me show you this video right here. In this video, come to the front. We need to have a conversation. Sneaker fam, come to the front. We need to have a conversation.
Sniper Kicks is.
It says what? It says from a student of his.
I paid $6,000.
It was only $4.99.
And I got the same treatment.
And they hold on. Let me pause. What K-Bone is saying.
$6,000 was supposed to be.
K-Bone, I gotta pause you, fam. To all my sneaker fans. So, like I said, one of his former students said it was only $4.99, and they gave me my money back after 2 weeks. But in that $6,000 contract, he said you ain't getting your money back. So why would you give somebody their $4.99 back, but not offer the opportunity to give them the $5,000 back? And in that $4.99, you got the same access that you would get for $6,000. That right there already screams fucking scam. That right there already screams scam. Now let's get back to this damn contract. So it says if requested a refund, it will be denied. Sniper Kicks only will work with individuals that are committed to reselling. How do you know that they're fully committed? If anything, the $6,000, I guess, would kind of let you know that they're fully committed, but it still wouldn't guarantee you that they are fully committed. Because shit, I know if I give somebody $6,000, I'm gonna be committed to something, and you better be damn committed to helping me the way that you promised to help me, or that I need you to help me for that much. Because you can go to business vocational colleges for less than $6,000. But it says Sniper Kicks is agreeing to give you all resources to grow with your sneaker reselling business. The duration of the Inner Circle Mastery is 5 months. So he's telling you that once you finish this 5-month course, you will be a master, or you will have a mastery of the curriculum, or almost a master's degree in sneaker reselling within 5 months from the date the agreement is signed. Payment will entail one payment of totaling $6,000. And then it says, by affixing their electronic signature below, the parties acknowledge and agree to any and all provisions included in this non-disclosure agreement. And then it's got Sniper Kicks' name at the bottom, and then it's got Steve's name at the bottom as well. And then this is the other half of the contract. It's not really saying anything. It's a bunch of signatures, and then saying that it is a legally binding agreement. Now, just from hearing that information, because I know it was a lot to take in, just from hearing that information, chat, do you all think that this is ironclad, watertight, a good contract? Or would you say that this is a big bunch of bullshit and a scammer, a snake oil salesman trying to get over on as many people as they possibly can? While y'all think about that, I'm gonna go ahead and pull up this I'm gonna go ahead and pull up this this Sniper University that I had to, you know, really search for. I think this is it right here. Okay. So the last time that we were live, and I was talking about I could not find the website for Snipe University. Well, apparently I was looking at the website for Snipe University, or I was looking at a link for Snipe University. I just overlooked it because it was this bullshit right here. And let me show you what I mean. Let me see if I can make this. I should be able to make this larger for you all to see. Okay, so when you type in Snipe University online, this is what you see. This is what you see. Now, when I saw that, it didn't look like it didn't have anything about his face on it. It didn't have anything really associated with him in the immediate. So I looked at it and I just thought it was some kind of random bullshit. So I went past it, as most people would. My sister looked it up because I was telling her about this story. She looked it up and she was like, "Oh, I found it. You want me to show it to you?" And I'm like, "Wait a minute. It only took you two seconds. Where did you find it?" And I went and she told me the heading for it. And I went back and I said, "Oh, I did see this. I did see this." So this is somebody talking about basically creating some kind of article about Sniper University. And they were talking about the pros and the cons about Sniper University or Snipe University and Sniper Kicks. And some of it doesn't really make sense to me. In the article, they said that the pros outweighed the cons, but it just didn't add up. It did not add up to the pros outweighing the cons for me. Here, let's go ahead and take a look at that real quick. Let's take a look at this. And let's go through this really quickly. Just real quick. So, Snipe University review. Is Sniper Kick sneaker reselling course worth it? $97 a month, $4.99 for some kind of payment, another price for some other kind of payment, or $6,000. Okay, so it says the sneaker reselling market has evolved into a multi-billion-dollar industry, with the global sneaker resale market estimated to be worth approximately $6 billion and projected to reach $30 billion by 2030. Now, this article was written in August of last year, so a month before Steve actually signed his contract. What is Snipe University? Snipe University is a comprehensive sneaker reselling education program created by Nicholas Malonga, better known in the community as Sniper Kicks. The course is hosted on the school platform and currently has 469 members paying $97 per month for access to the program, content, and community. Malonga positions himself as a successful sneaker reseller who has achieved seven-figure revenue and helped over 10,000 people build their own sneaker reselling business. That's never been proven. That is by the word of Mr. Malonga. Also, keep in mind, Mr. Nicholas Malonga was on live telling people he had a PhD in sneaker reselling. Okay, I didn't know there was such thing. I'm calling bullshit. A PhD in sneaker reselling? That's what you want to go with?
Bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit. Bullshit.
That's right, Timmy. PhD in sneaker reselling is fucking bullshit. So it says the course targets both beginners looking to enter the sneaker reselling market and experienced resellers seeking to scale their operations and increase their profit margins. Course structure and curriculum. Snipe University offers what is called a PhD. I need y'all to remember this line. Snipe University offers what is called a PhD in sneaker reselling through a comprehensive curriculum that covers multiple aspects of the business. The program includes several key components: core training modules, community and networking, coaching and support, all in which Steve said he did not get after a while. Bonus content and tools, eBay listing boosters, store stock monitors, shoe legitimacy checker, trust bulk suppliers access. Let's talk about that real quick. I highly doubt that people were checking the legitimacy of these shoes that were being given to these students. And the reason why I say I highly doubt whether these people were checking whether these shoes were real or fake or not, and that should have fallen on nobody except for Sniper Kicks and his staff of teachers. The reason I say why I believe that people actually were checking the legitimacy of the shoes and why I believe that is bullshit is because one of the people that was on the list of trusted bulk buy sellers did a transaction with a young lady and was supposed to have sent her $10,000 worth of shoes. When the $10,000 got lost in the mail, he refused to negotiate and make things right with this young lady. So he basically scammed her out of $10,000. He told Sniper Kicks himself that the post office lost the packages and he wasn't going to take that L. So if you got people that are your trusted bulk buyers that are refusing to handle business the proper way, and then you refuse to compensate for people that you gave a recommendation to, if you refuse to compensate your students for their losses based on your recommendation, how am I supposed to believe that every single bulk buyer that you claim is a trusted bulk buyer is handing out legitimate shoes? And that's another story. And I wonder how many people bought shoes from these students and some of these shoes were possible fakes. I wonder how many. And then here's the thing about it. Here's the thing that drives me crazy about the subject of his bulk buyers. So this one particular buyer that scammed this young lady out of $10,000. Before she got scammed, there were two other people that got scammed out of their money. One person, I don't know if it was through this guy, but two people got scammed from this guy before this young lady got scammed out of $10,000. I do know via the live that I watched that one person got scammed out of $25,000 from this person. And Sniper Kicks was made aware of this. And when he was asked about it, he was like, well, in that situation, because at first he said he didn't know anything about this guy being a scammer or a potential scammer. And then he used his snake oil salesman skills, his politician skills to dance around the question. And he goes, well, before you just call somebody a scammer, you got to do your investigation. You got to investigate on it. Well, my question to Sniper Kicks is, well, while you were doing that investigation, why did you not remove him from your trusted sellers list? You didn't have to add him onto your scammers list, but why didn't you remove him from your trusted sellers list for a second person to get scammed? A second person got scammed by the same bulk seller. And when he was asked about the second person, Sniper Kicks was like, well, I mean, well, when it comes to this, like I said before, you gotta shut the fuck up. Shut up. Where is my button? Where is my button?
Ain't no fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Here's the button.
Shut the fuck up, nigga. For once. Shut the fuck up, bro. That's all I'm. Look, just for once. Shut the fuck up.
They're
Right
asking
now.
you for
Today.
Are we done telling him to shut the fuck up? Okay, good. I think he got the point at this point. But they're asking you, the first time you found out that this guy was a potential scammer, why didn't you take him off of the list so that he couldn't potentially scam somebody else? And you're talking about you had to do an investigation. Then in the middle of your first investigation, he got called out a second time. And you still didn't take him off of your scammer, off of your trusted bulk sellers list. And not only did you not take him off of your trusted bulk sellers list, but you recommended him to other individuals in your online seminar. And that's how this young lady got scammed out of her $10,000. And when she told you that she got scammed out of $10,000, you still didn't remove him off of your trusted bulk sellers list. And you used the same circular excuse of, well, I had to do my investigation. You got to do your. How many times does somebody have to slap you in your fucking face before you realize that they don't like you?
Bullshit. 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 Bullshit.
How many times do you have to get slapped? How much money do you have to lose? How much money do you have to put on the line? And the thing about Sniper Kicks that really amazes me, and what amazes me about people like him, is so many people let him get away with these things and don't put him in check. I don't care who you are, what you look like, and how old you are. If you're wrong, and people need to put you in your place. There's a time and a place for everything, and everybody has a place. And if you get out of line, if you step out of your place, you need to be put back in your place. Now, who does that is up for the man above, or whoever or whatever you believe in. It's for them to decide. But if you can help play a part in that, and it's your time to help play a part in that, please do. We need to stop letting these motherfuckers get away with this shit. We absolutely need to start letting these get away with this shit. He said the kid is hilarious. Oh yeah, Tim, yeah, but Tim called it. He called it like it is. But when Sneaker Files, and if y'all don't follow Sneaker Files, after that interview, I thought I was following him, but after that interview, I absolutely had to follow him. Sneaker Files said, if you go to your website, everything you put on the internet has a history. And even if you think it's deleted, it's not deleted. And he asked him, he said, when did you officially put this guy on the scammers list or non-buyers list? Sniper Kicks danced around that question. He said, he was choking. He said, at the very least, I had put him on the list in January.
Bullshit. 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 Bullshit.
If you're running a business if you're running a business, you know everything about your business. You know when the best things of your business happen, and you know when the worst things of your business happen. I would absolutely know when 3 students called my business out for somebody being a scammer, especially in the amount of $25,000 and $10,000, because that's a large lump sum. I don't care on what level of revenue my business is bringing in. I'm absolutely gonna know when I'm losing 10 to 20, possibly losing 10 to $25,000. You bet your bottom dollar I'll know exactly when that may happen. So when Sneaker Files asked him that, he basically danced around the question. Let me show y'all what he did. I'm gonna show y'all. Let me put myself on the big screen. Okay, so when Sneaker Files asked him, when did he put this guy on the list? And why didn't you put him on the list when you found out he was potentially scamming people? This is what Sniper Kicks did. Because in the beginning, when he was talking about Steve, he was with the hand movements and the gesturing and the posturing and not answering the questions. And he goes, "This drug addict wants to call me a scammer and is being rude and yada, 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 yada." When he was doing all of that, he was a little bit more relaxed and calm. But when Sneaker Files got up there and was asking him some questions, he started doing this right here. Well, I mean, Brian, you've had it in for me for a while. Sniper Kicks, that ain't what we talking about. Answer the question, man. When did you do it? I'm not asking you questions attacking you. I'm asking you serious journalistic questions that anybody would ask you. Brian, you've been hiding in my school as an alias. Come to find out, Brian wasn't even hiding in his school under an alias. It was the young lady that was robbed of her $10,000 that he was talking about. So when he found out that, when he was asked to clarify that, he goes, "Oh, well, I mean, well, Brian, you were still hiding. Let me know the name that you're under in my school, so I can see when it was that you joined." What does that have to do with why didn't you add the scammer to your list when you initially found that out, so that other people wouldn't be scammed, so you wouldn't have people like Miss Hall coming at you, calling your school out for foul play? Why? And then from there, that point on, he kind of went into personal attacks against Sneaker Files and tried to claim that Sneaker Files cursed him out and all kind of crazy stuff in a text message. And he showed the text message where Sneaker Files supposedly cursed him out. And this was one of the things that he was doing when he was being asked to show proof. He was like, "Can you all see my screen?" And they kept telling him no. You know they weren't going to be able to see your screen, man. So pull it up on your phone. And this is what he would do when they asked him to show proof on his phone. He would do this right here. So let's say they asked him proof to see the contract of his school. He would do like this. Can you see it? Can you see it? Yeah. So this is my proof, guys. This is the proof. What I said right here. And then he would go like this. He would say, hold on. And then when he would actually put it up on the screen, don't show out on me. And when he would actually put it up on the screen, he would continue rolling. And yeah, I'd be looking at mailboxes and stuff. But he would continue rolling like this, and then do like this. Yeah, see, you cursed me out right there, Brian. You cursed me out. We can't see anything, Snipe. We can't see anything. You move so fucking fast. You might as well have did like one of these, flashed it and pulled it back. You weren't trying to show proof of anything. The whole live had you sweating, but Brian really had you sweating and pissing and shitting on yourself. When he got up there, you really got fucked up. When he hit you with the real. Brian, man, to Sneaker Files, man, shout out to Sneaker Files. When you did what you did, man.
Playa.
You was real player for that shit, man. Salute to Sneaker Files. After seeing that, after hearing his questions, after hearing Sneaker Files, like, do his thing, man. You can call it glazing if you want to, but I got mad respect for that man. I don't know him personally, but fuck, I got mad respect for him. But yeah, this right here is, again, like I said, an overview talking about Snipe University, the pros and cons. Apparently, in this, it said Snipe University operates on a subscription-based pricing model with two options. Apparently, it's more than two. Monthly subscription of $97 per month, and you get basic access, no bonuses. But we all know that's a lie. We all know that's a big, fat fucking lie. Then it says that annual subscription $497 per year includes all bonuses and tools. Okay, but that's what you were supposed to get with $6,000. So why would anybody pay $6,000 versus $497? And then even that's kind of funny because, as I showed you all earlier, the young lady says she paid $499, so that's $2 more. It seems like he doesn't have a set pricing. It seems like he kind of makes it up as he goes along. And remember, this article was written in 2025, in August of 2025, so a month before Mr. Steven actually signed up for the course. And it says the annual option works out to approximately $41.42 per month, providing significant savings compared to the monthly option. However, it requires a larger upfront investment and commitment to the program. So under the pricing analysis, the monthly option allows for flexibility, but is more expensive long term. The annual option offers better value, but requires greater upfront commitment. Both options include access to weekly coaching calls and community. Bonuses are exclusively available with the annual subscription. It says about Sniper Kicks. I don't really give a fuck about Sniper Kicks because I see him for who he is. His professional journey, fuck him. He learned how to be a professional scammer. Snipe University, pros and cons. Started with the pros, comprehensive curriculum. The program appears to offer extensive coverage of sneaker reselling topics, from basic sourcing to advanced scaling strategies, providing value for both beginners and experienced resellers. Direct access to successful practitioners, having weekly calls with someone who claims seven-figure success. And see, it's a claim. There's no proof. It was a claim at that time. In the industry, can provide value, insight, and real world perspective that theoretically courses lack. Active community. With 469 members, the program offers a substantial community for networking, learning, and potential collaboration communities. Practical tools and resources. The bonus tools for annual subscribers address real operational needs like authenticity verification and inventory monitoring. Well, we know that's not true because Steve didn't get that. Steve did not get that whatsoever. Because if they were monitoring his inventory and things like that, he wouldn't have struggled to sell the shoes that he had. Because if they had, like if Sniper Kicks had vetted him properly in the beginning, he would have told him, oh, your market's not big enough for this. Like, you have to have hype releases in order to make this profitable for you, or you're going to have to leave your town or your city or wherever you're from, and you're going to have to move to a more heavily populated area. And then maybe once you do that, we can reassess this again. Maybe you can sign up if you're still willing to pay the $6,000. Maybe you can sign up then, and maybe we can try again at that point. But at no point in time did he ever do that. Sniper Kicks saw $6,000 because I'm very sure that very few people come to his doorstep willing to pay $6,000 up front. I would actually like to see the list of people that were willing to give him $6,000 up front versus $499 or $97. And I'm pretty sure once he saw that $6,000 and that dude was willing to give it to him, I bet he licked his chops like the big bad wolf and just pounced on that lamb, because he said, Steve said at first that somebody told him that it wasn't going to be a good fit or something like that. And then he said after Sniper Kicks heard that Steve was willing to put down $6,000 on the spot, he said Sniper Kicks immediately called him back and jumped on that opportunity. I wonder why. It says practical tools and resources. The bonus tools for annual subscribers address real operational needs like authenticity verification and inventory monitoring. Ongoing support. The 24/7 support and weekly coaching calls provide ongoing guidance rather than just one-time content consumption. And that was a lie as well. Sniper Kicks even admitted in a live conversation, and I think he might have admitted on his video. And if Sniper Kicks ever wants to delete that video and backwalk, I downloaded it. That's the beautiful thing about YouTube. You can download videos. But he said he always had his business phone on do not disturb. And the only way that you could get in contact with him is if you called him twice. Then the call would go through, or text message. And we all know people answer the text messages at their leisure. So he tried to make it seem like, oh, he could have texted me and then I would have immediately jumped on the call and I would have took care of the situation. Man, we all know that.
Bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit. Bullshit.
Because at the very least, in order to keep up with that claim, you could have had your phone on silent and then just let it ring and then allow people to leave voicemails and stuff like that, and then answered your voicemails. I don't give a damn how many clients you have, how many people you have calling you. These are the commitments that you made. These are the commitments that you made, and you made people sign legally binding contractual agreements, and you put money in the mix. You got to come through with it. Price lock guarantee. The program promises to lock in current pricing forever for members, protecting against future price increases. The cons. Now here's, okay, after the pros and then the wrap up, the cons is what confuses me about this person's article and the wrap ups. Okay, the cons: high monthly cost. At $97 a month, the program is significantly more expensive than many online courses, making it a substantial ongoing investment. Bonus restrictions. The most valuable tools and resources are only available to annual subscribers, creating a significant disparity between subscription tiers. Market reality versus promises. Current sneaker reselling market data shows decreased profit margins and increased competition, making the six figures promise. And remember, it's a promise. He promises you'll make six figures. Potentially unrealistic for most participants. And that most category, Steve falls into that most category because of his small market size, his small demands market. Limited independent verification. Success claims are difficult to independently verify, and there are limited unbiased reviews from former students. Platform dependency. Being hosted exclusively on Skool means students depend on that platform for access to their educational investment. 6, market oversaturation. The sneaker reselling market has become increasingly saturated, with industry reports indicating that profit margins have shrunk significantly in recent years. And then it says of the current state of the sneaker market to kind of give you a ideology of how bad the sneaker market has gotten. So it says market challenges in 2024. StockX reported that in 2024, 47% of sneakers released traded above retail price, down from 58% in 2022. So that means there was a 11% market decrease. That is a whole hell of a lot. That is a whole hell of a lot in just 4 years. Shit. And then especially now in 2024, when we saw an even greater decline in the sneaker market and a decline in the value of sneakers on the resale market. That is crazy. But at the end of their synopsis, they said that they did find value and they think that it would be a good opportunity for people that are looking to break into that market. And I'm trying to figure out if you said tremendous loss opportunity for money, the sneaker market declining and things like that were the largest of cons, how do you think the education or supposed education outweighs the loss of money, especially when you have to invest so much in the program? I didn't understand that. But let's actually take a look at Sniper University on School. So this is what Snipe University looks like. This is what Snipe University
Ain't no
looks
fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Now, to all of Sniper Kicks' friends that may be fellow content creators, and to all of his viewers and fucking bootlickers and all of that, I don't give a damn what you think about what I say about this guy. But if I saw this and this is his welcoming page for his university, this is a bunch of fucking bullshit. This is a scam all the fucking way. This looks like a fucking MySpace page. You think I'm gonna hand you over $6,000? I wouldn't hand you over $6,000, let alone $5 to join this shit. This looks like OnlyFans account pages look better than this. OnlyFans account pages look better than this shit. I've seen, and me saying this is like a MySpace page is disrespect to MySpace, because I've seen MySpace account pages look better than this bullshit right here. And this is your university welcoming page? You got to be fucking kidding me. Now, because I'm not going to pay for this is all that we get to see. We get to see a bunch of positive testimonials. And the thing that he said was, look at all of my positive testimonials. Look at all my positive testimonials that I have. That doesn't mean I'm a scammer. Just because you have positive testimonials doesn't mean you're not a scammer. It just says you're a scammer and not enough people have hit the wall yet or found out. So at first he had only one admin. Now he has 4 admins. There are currently 3 people online in the university, and there are 535 members. Let's say $97 a month. Let's go ahead and do the math. $97 a month times 535 people. That's $51,895 that he's making off of this Snipe
This
universe.
shit is crazy as fuck, nigga. Ain't no fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Now, keep in mind, I want to say this. Let me be clear when I say this. I'm not hating on the man's pockets. I'm not hating on the man's pockets because you make money however you make money. But I do hate a scamming motherfucker. I do hate a scamming motherfucker. That's what I don't like. And keep in mind that with the overview and the analysis from I don't know if it was an objective source, said that these courses were expensive and it wasn't justifiable for the price. The price is not justifiable for what he's offering, but somehow they still found it to be a valuable offering. I don't understand that, but yeah. Fuck. That is insane. So without paying any money, this is what you see. And then okay, and let's say that's just if people were paying $97 a month. Let's go if people were paying the $497 a month. Let's see, $497 a month times 535 students. Holy shit. Holy shit. Look at okay. This man is getting to the bag. Okay, let me see. Look at that. If 535 students are paying $497 a month, he's making what did I do? He's making $265,895 a month.
What happened? Oh no, my God, please. No.
That's crazy. That is fucking crazy. So, I mean, if they doing it like that. Oh, and the overview also said that a lot of information in Sniper University you could get for free. This is another reason why I don't understand why they gave it a positive synopsis review, because they also mentioned that you could get the information that Sniper University is offering for free through content creators on YouTube like myself, who is willing to share the information and the knowledge with you for free. You could get the majority of what he's offering for free. So if you could get the majority of what he's offering to you for free, the classes are more expensive than most. How in the fuck did you come to the conclusion that it is a good offer, that Snipe University is a good idea? Because this motherfucker took some of that $265,000 and put it in your pocket and said, be honest, but then give me a positive review at the end.
Bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit. Bullshit.
Bro, shit like that just pisses me off. But yeah, looking at the front page of Snipe University, you get videos with a testimonial. It's a private page, 535 members, $97 a month, by Nicholas Nigerian Scamming Malonga. Allegedly scamming and allegedly Nigerian Malonga. Allegedly. But what's not alleged is his PhD in sneaker reselling. Y'all remember I mentioned that earlier, and I told y'all to remember that. Says bonuses only for the $497 a year. No bonuses for $97 a month. How to make 6 figures reselling. He guarantees you 6 figures. Steve didn't make 6 figures. PhD in sneaker reselling. He said he has a PhD in sneaker reselling.
This shit is crazy as fuck, nigga. Ain't no fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Let's run through the gambit.
Bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit. Bullshit.
I had to do it. I had to do it. I had to run through the gambit of all of that. But if anybody in the comment section or after the live that views this, if anybody can show me where there's a real such thing as a PhD in sneaker reselling and who legally hands out these PhDs, I'll go ahead and retract that statement. I'll go ahead and retract that statement with no problem. I have no problem admitting that I'm wrong. I've done it before, and I have no problem doing it now. I'm a grown-ass man. I'm not a child, and I don't run from shit. I don't run from shit, and I don't back down from shit. But in this overview of Snipe University, it says you get access to the following: sourcing sneakers for below retail course, how to triple your chances on hype sneakers. I didn't see Steve getting hype sneakers. Fastest information on hype releases, reseller networking community, 24/7 coaching and support, which we already found out that was a lie because he keeps his phone on do not disturb. Weekly calls with Sniper Kicks. Steve recounted, I think that's the proper word. Steve recalled or recounted that Sniper Kicks only in the beginning called him for a week. After that, it was nothing. Now, he does mention his staff, but this right here does not mention his staff. It says you get weekly calls with Sniper Kicks. And this is the page that you enter when you have to sign that documentation that I showed you. It says if you join today, you'll also get eBay listing boosters. And I wonder if Steve got an eBay listing booster. I'd have to talk to him about that. Store stock monitors, shoe legitimacy checker, which I still question that, and trusted bulk suppliers. And we already know that was a lie and a fallacy because they had a bulk sneaker supplier scam 3 different people. And it says join now to lock in your current price forever. Okay. So after hearing all of that, I want to ask you all, what is your final verdict on Sniper Kicks University? Let me see if I can make a poll. I need y'all to participate in this poll now. I need y'all to participate in this poll. And I keep calling it Sniper University, but it's Snipe University. Is Snipe University a scam? And even if you're not in the live to participate in the poll, I want you to let me know in the comment section, is Sniper University a scam? Yo, hit that poll for you, boy, real quick. Hit the poll. No stripper. But after the information provided, would you say Snipe University is a scam? I'm interested in knowing the people's thoughts. Now, here's the thing about all of this. And here's my opinion. And I'm willing to say it. Well, wait, I'll wait. I'll wait to pass my thoughts and opinions, and I'll wait to pass my judgment because I want to see exactly what you are, people, what you all are thinking. McDaniel Darrell said it looked like a duck to me. It looked like a duck. Yeah, hey, it definitely quacked throughout this whole explanation. Mighty Ducks, quack, 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 quack. Flying V formation, fuckheads. But for me, looking at this situation and just keeping it 100, keeping it a buck, keeping it a bean. Based off of the given facts and the evidence and being able to articulate the situation better than Mr. Steve. This is absolutely based on what I have. This is absolutely a scam. Now, the question is this a case of Mr. Steve not reading the fine print? I don't think this is a case of him not reading the fine print because because the contract is so vague. The contract is so vague and there are so many holes in this contract. It's hard for somebody to actually say that this is a legitimate contract. It is a bullshit contract. And somebody said that he said it was written up by a lawyer. There's no fucking way that a lawyer wrote up that contract for that $6,000. There's no fucking way that a lawyer actually wrote that contract up. If a lawyer wrote that contract up, his name was Sniper Kicks, the same lawyer that's got the PhD in sneaker reselling. That's the fucking lawyer that wrote that contract up. Sniper Kicks went from having a PhD in sneaker reselling to being a lawyer and writing up binding contracts. That contract has so many holes and so many out clauses and things like that, that even if he did abide by the contract, it's still fucked up because he's quantifying his school as a university. And that's the thing that I really want to touch on. I did some research about the Skull platform, and I asked around and I was like, well, if an education is being provided through the Skull platform, does it make it a accredited school? And I found out that just because it's on Skull does not make it an accredited school. And with him, and you all can see it clear as day in fine print, PhD in sneaker reselling, with him offering things like that automatically makes the contract that he asks people to sign null and void. Big Rob said that ChatGPT wrote their contract. Well, you know what? To be honest, ChatGPT wouldn't even have wrote a fucked up, bad, terrible contract like that was. I don't know if you saw the contract in the beginning, but that contract was so fucked up here. It was so fucked up and so such bullshit. And this is no disrespect to his kids, but his youngest son could have wrote up a better contract that made more sense than the fucking contract that he wrote up and had these people sign, or had this man in particular sign. But yeah, like he didn't even abide by even if he did everything he said. He did not even abide by his own contract rules, which automatically makes his contract for Snipe University null and void. In that $6,000, Mr. Steve was guaranteed lifetime access to Discord and Snipe University. In that contract, there were no nuances, subtle nuances about code of conduct. There is no code of conduct on that contract. And it doesn't say you are required to follow code of conduct. Sniper Kicks, after this allegation, went back and created a code of conduct within his school, saying that if you were being disrespectful to him, then he could kick you out of the school. Now, keep in mind, his idea of somebody being disrespectful to him is using BS in language. Sneaker Files, fucking follow Sneaker Files on X, Instagram, YouTube, all social media platforms. Follow him because I have much fucking respect for Sneaker Files. Again, salutes to you, fam, because you did a outstanding job putting belt to ass and putting fire to the feet. Sneaker Files had a conversation with him back in like 2024, and Sneaker Files told Sniper Kicks that the things that he was saying were BS. Sniper Kicks blocked him and said that he blocked him because Sneaker Files cursed him out, and the only thing Sneaker Files said to him that what he was saying was BS. Sniper Kicks said that Mr. Steve was being disrespectful, and the only thing that Steve said was that he scammed him and he felt like he was being scammed. I don't see where that's being disrespectful. Sniper Kicks asked the host of the live that he was on, if somebody called you a scammer on your personal platform, would you continue to let them be a part of your platform and speak? And that said host said, absolutely. Absolutely. And that killed Sniper Kicks' argument. And he quickly picked up his bottle and was drinking, feeling the heat and feeling the thirst the entire time that he was on that platform. To the other platform that had Mr. Steve on there and allowed that racist motherfucker to go in on him and not listen and say those things and profusely use the N-word. You are the company you keep. And that individual that was doing that deserved his ass to be whooped and is a fucked up individual. For somebody to get on a platform and continuously use the N-word like that in the manner in which he did is why he's in the situation he's in. And I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Show it to him, play it back, do whatever, but fuck you for doing that. Fuck you for doing that and being such a big fucking racist bigot. You can kiss my ass. Yes, I said it. And I stand on it 10 toes down, 10 fingers in the dirt, and I stand firm. Fuck you for doing that shit. Fuck you for that. Fuck you for that. Excuse my language, but when I saw that and I watched how long he went on calling somebody an N-word and using the N-word, it profusely pissed me off. It profusely pissed me off. But this is again the opening letter page to Sniper University. And as you can see, like I said, it was like a fucking MySpace page. This is the opening intro page, the opening letter. It looked like some cheap ass shit that a 5-year-old put together. Like, how could anybody take this serious? And to be fair, Mr. Steve was being honest and said he fell for the 200 and something thousand followers that Sniper Kicks had, and assumed just because his following basis was 200 and something thousand followers that he was going to be an honest and upstanding individual, and he completely did the opposite. And this is why I get pissed off that a lot of these content creators are in the position that they're in. I'm not pissed off because I'm hating. I'm not pissed off because I'm hating. I'm pissed off because there are content creators in this sneaker space that have 200,000 followers, 500,000 followers, almost 1 million followers, and they're constantly telling people lies. They're constantly feeding people lies in order to gain popularity. Whereas somebody like me, and I'm not saying I'm the best that's out there, because I know I'm not the most consistent or whatever, what have you, but there are content creators out there like me who provide, in my opinion, better content, honest content. And people like me get hated on for being honest and telling my honest opinion. I've had, again, and I've told the story 1 million times, I've had people tell me I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, say racist shit to me, calling me a monkey in lives and all kind of stuff like that, only because I'm not pandering to the crowd, because I'm not telling you what I want to hear. Do you want a content creator that's going to tell you what you want to hear, or do you want a content creator that's going to actually give you their opinions? Because all of this shit is fucking opinion based. All of this shit is a fucking opinion based. And I'm just not that person. I'm not one to kiss anybody's ass. I'm not one to conform. I'm here to be myself. And if people fucking rock with me because I'm myself, then I fucking appreciate you. And I've been trying to figure out the best way I can for the last like 2-3 years to figure out how to give back to you all in the best fucking way possible. And I think about it every fucking day because I appreciate every single fucking person that subscribes to this channel, every fucking person that gets in the comment sections, and every fucking person that shows me love. I greatly appreciate it, and it does not go unnoticed. It bothers me more that I can't produce for you all than you all will ever know. But yeah, like to see all of these people being over glorified and taking that following and basically ripping people off and lying to people, like that scandal where those YouTubers were making it look like it was actually possible for their subscribers and viewer bases to win raffles when they knew they had no fucking chance in hell. You know, Vince McMahon, no chance. That's what you got. And then they were caught on live lying and communicating with each other. And even after they were caught on live lying, they still continued to lie. And they're still in that high position that they're in because a lot of you all, and not saying you all in particular, but a lot of people that view their channels have short memory, and they're willing to deal with the lies and kissing ass for whatever reason, because these people don't fucking notice them. They don't notice them anyway. They're just a number to them and a way to continue bringing in revenue through views. But yeah, stuff like that just pisses me the fuck off. And it's not hate. It is honestly 100% not hate. It is just like, it's not hate for the person. It's driven hate for the things that they do. When they take advantage of you all. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you all are following or subscribed to these people that I'm talking about right now. I'm pretty sure you are. I could put names to it, but I feel like I've put names to these people so many times that it would be like beating a dead horse. But yes, when I look at it, like I said, when I look at it and I think about everything, this is definitely a scam. This is a scam. Let me see. Let me bang my gavel. In the court of HG, in the court of homegrown kicks, in the presiding of Soul Source Tuesday night, Judge HG deems that Snipe Kicks is definitely a scam. My verdict has been reached in the case of Sniper Kicks versus Steve and Miss Hall. Sniper Kicks University or Snipe Kicks University is a scam. And that's what I gotta say. If it walk like a duck, quack like a duck, fucking fly like a duck, bob his fucking head in the water like a duck, then it's a damn duck. And it is what it is. Now, what is this live and what kind of impact this live in this video will have? I don't know, but I hope it really does open people's eyes as to the possibilities of how bad it can actually get. How bad it can actually get, and whether or not this person is willing to take responsibility for their actions. And in this case, he wasn't willing to take responsibility. As a matter of fact, he lacked accountability. He kept ducking and dodging the questions and the situation. And he rain danced around the answers, and he never gave full answers. He repeated people's names, he repeated the questions, and then he started throwing ad hominems and personal attacks when it wasn't even called for. Nobody ever attacked him. They just attacked his business practices. They attacked his business practices, but they did not attack him. And when the evidence was provided, he had little to nothing to say. And he just dropped another video. Acting as if everything is okay, talking about some Jordan 5s and talking about how it's one of the best 5s ever released, which is a bunch of fucking bullshit and whatever. I didn't watch the whole video, but I just read the title and I saw the thumbnail. So I very well could be wrong, but the 5s that he was showing off are some 5s that are supposed to be coming up, and ain't no fucking way he could legitimately believe that those are the best 5s ever. And to be honest, I don't think Sniper Kicks is an actual sneakerhead, sneaker enthusiast. As a matter of fact, I would go out on a limb as far as to say he's not even for the sneaker community. He is a businessman at the end of the day. He went to North Florida, I think, if I did my research correctly. He went to college somewhere in Florida. He can actually hoop, I'll give him that, but he went to some college in Florida and took business. So when he tells y'all he spent $25,000 for business, no, you spent $25,000 on college, motherfucker. You didn't just go and randomly pay somebody some random large amount of money. You went to a actual college university, not the kind of bullshit you're trying to portray, but you actually went to a university, paid a lot of money, and learned how to do business. And I believe at the time he got injured, everything was looking down and pretty hard, difficult for him. And he saw sneakers as a business opportunity. Because if you look at his channel is not talking about the history, his love of the shoes, or his love of the game, or anything about the streetwear community or the sneaker community. His conversations are solely based on, and his videos are solely based on sales and what he thinks they're going to do on the resale market. He is a businessman. He is not for the community. Just because he's black does not mean he's for the community. I'm just saying. Not all skin folk is kinfolk. I don't know how many people have heard that, but that's what we say. Not all skin folk is kinfolk. And I'm pretty sure that goes for all different types of communities. So y'all need to be careful about who y'all give y'all undying support to. Y'all unquestioned support to. Y'all definitely need to be careful, or you might end up in a Snipe University situation. And I mean, shit, anybody who is a subscription channel member to his, unless you're a subscription channel member to get access to information on how to get to bot users in order to, you know, increase your odds of hitting on raffles, you can take an advantage of, because he ain't telling you no shit new. I have access to bulk buyers lists. I have access to that, or had access to it. It's not hard to get. The information that Sniper Kicks is giving you, I could give you that information for free. And I damn sure wouldn't make you pay $497 a month or $497 a year or whatever it is, $6,000 or whatever it is. But if you want, if you want to pay me that, I could do it. I could put you in the game. I could definitely put you in the game. It's not hard, people. All it requires is a little bit of networking and opening yourself up to listening. You don't have to pay that fucking much amount of money. It's insane. Please do some research. And just because your favorite content creator is getting a little bad press does not mean it's not true. It's okay to hold it down and be, you know, one for your favorite content creator, but don't just automatically assume that it's not true. It is what it is. Before we get on up out of here, though, because you know we kind of went in on this dude, and I spoke about him for an hour and 40 minutes. Who went for the Air Jordan 4 Toros? Who went for those ugly ass shoes? I ended up passing on the Toros. It was a hard pass for me. They just didn't hit the same as the, what is it, like 2016 pair from what I'm used to seeing from the 2016 pair. It just didn't hit for me. And the Toro 4s are headed to an outlet near you real soon. The Travis Scott Jordan 1 lows dropped as well. I think the name is like Passion Pink and some other kind of pink. I passed on those. I did go for a pair for Miss HG, but unfortunately I didn't get them. I passed on them though. How many people actually went for those as well? I heard it was a mess of a release on the Travis Scott website. Then it was even worse on the Nike sneakers app if it released. I don't know if it actually released on the Nike sneakers app or not, but I just heard it was a terrible all-around release. For me, Travis Scott lows, and somebody on Instagram said it best. Travis Scott lows have gotten to be like the Yeezy 350s. It's a basic bitch shoe. There is no appeal in the Travis Scott lows anymore like it used to be. Like when you got the mocha lows or the reverse mochas or the fragments, even though I don't like the Travis Scott fragment collab, it is what it is, but it just doesn't feel it, whatever feeling was there is no longer there. Because I do have the mocha, like what is that brown pair? I do have the brown pair, and I do have another pair, the olives, the reverse olive or something like that. But the feeling that I had when I wanted those pairs, the feeling is not there. When I saw those little passion pinks or whatever, I was like, oh, all right, cool. It is what it is. It's kind of getting that way for Jordan Brand for me anyway. Now, I'm not telling newcomers not to have passion for Jordans, because I had a huge passion for Jordans when I was first coming into or re-entering the sneaker collecting game. And my passion was set out to collect as many original Jordans as possible that I never had. I've missed out on some of the retros of those, and I'll probably reach back and get some of those at a better time for me. But As far as like some of the new stuff they're trying to do and what they're trying to do now, like the passion just isn't there. I'd rather put my passions into other hobbies at this point. I'm a huge gearhead. I love cars. I love working on cars. I went to school and got an actual degree in engineering, mechanical engineering. For those of you who don't know, I got an education in mechanical engineering. Hopefully, one day sooner or later, despite what you all may say, I want a Dodge Challenger, plum crazy purple. And y'all might be like, "Oh yeah, a black dude wanted a Mopar, wanted a Challenger, duh." Well, I mean, I want a Mopar for other reasons. I don't want a Mopar for YN reasons. I want a Mopar because I fell in love with the 1970 Dodge Charger, and I just don't see me being able to gain access to a 70s Charger, nor be able to afford the gas that it costs to fill up a 70s Charger. So I was like, I'll go with the next best thing, which is a 2023 Challenger. So hopefully in the near future, I'll be able to access that, and I'll probably drop content about that if I can get it, if I can't get into the car that I actually want. So maybe some content about that will be on the way, like a really, really huge, true passion of mine. I'd rather spend sneaker money on, collecting and building Gundam model kits. I'd rather geek out on that. It's just like Jordans are becoming boring. Nike is becoming boring. But I did hear that this year they're going to be dropping the Gary Payton not son of gloves, but the Gary Payton gloves. I am super fucking excited about that. That is one shoe that I really, really am anticipating. They're supposed to be dropping the True Blue 3s with the original look to it. I have the True Blue 3s somewhere. That is one of my favorite Jordan 3s. Because of course, another reason my favorite color is blue. But I'm not going to tell you all, unless you've never owned a pair, to jump out the window and try to go grab those. There is a rumor that they are dropping the white cement 3s as well, with the true to OG shape and look, none of that reimagined kind of stuff going on. And it was just like 2 or 3 years ago that we got the white cement 3s. So you know what? With them dropping the white cement 3s, man, y'all get it.
Bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit. Bullshit.
That is the biggest bunch of bullshit if you all actually drop the white cement 3s again. Other stuff coming down the pipeline for Jordan Brand. I'm not sure. Oh, one thing for Jordan Brand, it is the end-ish of an era. Trophy Room. I don't know how many of you all saw that on social media. Hold on, let me see if I can find this for you all really quickly. I think it was Fresh Kicks I saw that on. Just Fresh Kicks. Come on, bring that page up. Let me view the profile. I don't know why it made me do all that extra shit. Because this is still a sneaker channel. We can talk about the scams all day, but we still got to talk about some of the sneaker updates. So it is the end-ish of an era. Marcus Jordan announces the end of Trophy Room, and I fucking hate these shoes. These are the Trophy Room Jordan 6s. They respond to UV lighting. One goes purple and one goes blue. And this is supposed to, somebody mentioned, and the reason why you see these scuffs at the bottom is supposed to signify like the Lamborghini or Ferrari or some shit that Michael Jordan crashed. And I saw that in quick passing, but that's what they look like. Oh, damn. Hold on, let me show you. See, I'm fucking up. Okay, that's what they look like. Big Rob said, good. Tired of Marcus backdooring all the shoes for cocaine. You know what? It's funny you say that. I absolutely despise fucking Marcus Jordan. I dislike that dude with a passion. For me, the fact that they go from white to these colors in UV lighting, the color change effect is cool, but fool me once, fool me twice. You're not gonna fool me again. You're not gonna fool me with childlike effects. These shoes are fucking ugly. I hate these shoes almost as much as I dislike Marcus Jordan. And I told my boy Kari that as well. Now, as far as the other trophy room releases, I don't think the other trophy room releases are trash. They had the trophy room lows, that was all right. The freeze out trophy room highs, they were The trophy room fives, I absolutely love the trophy room fives. The trophy room sixes were pretty nice too. But these right here, man, I mean the trophy room sevens, whatever the fuck they were, man, fuck these damn shoes. And fuck trophy room. Now, apparently, Marcus Jordan is closing down the doors to the stores, and he is supposedly, allegedly stepping back. And trophy room is going to be more of an online only situation. So he might still be doing sales for them cocaine to hit them heels. I mean, hit them slopes. But I fucking hate Marcus Jordan. And it says, dear family, after careful deliberation and 10 amazing years, I've decided to pause and step away from my role at Trophy Room to focus on new opportunities that better align with where I am today. Hopefully it's fucking rehab, both professionally and personally. I'm forever grateful for an incredible 10 years, and I'm deeply thankful to all of our customers and partners who made it so special. He must be talking about Benjamin Kicks, businesses booming, who he was backdooring shoes to. Effective today, June 1st, I'm stepping back and retaining the Trophy Room trademark and IP as the store goes through a transition from our brick and mortar experience to exclusively online as a different brand. I'm excited for a new chapter and new challenges. My time at Trophy Room will stay with me forever. I truly appreciate the continued love and support. Much love, Marcus on them slopes, Jordan. And the official, and those are some of the looks at the 7, the 5, the 1, and the 1 low. And with that being said, they officially canceled the release of the 6s. And as you can see, they're white with signatures, and then when they hit the sun, one turns blue and the other one turns violet. Fuck that shoe. Fuck that shoe. Keep them shits in the bag. You didn't even have to notify people. Just get the fuck on, Marcus Jordan. Just get the fuck on. But yeah, I think that was what the last thing. He said he's an ungrateful little snob. Yeah, he remind me of fucking, I don't know how many older gamers we got in here from the Sega Genesis days and who remember that game Earthworm Jim. Marcus Jordan reminds me of fucking Earthworm Jim, or he reminds me of them worms that was in the break room and fucking Men in Black. I did a I imposed Marcus Jordan's face and head on a Men in Black worm, and it was fitting. That's what he looked like, a damn Men in Black worm. But man, speaking of love and appreciation, man, if you all want to support your boy, I'm gonna have the link for all of my social media accounts down in the description. I didn't do it earlier, I forgot to, but it's on other videos. I'm gonna put it in this video after the live posts. So if you want to check out all of my other social medias, feel free to hit the link down in the description. If you are looking for a incredibly awesome water bottle via sales on Amazon, I will provide the link for the description down below. And if you type in JMogul 25 at checkout, all the information will be in the description. You save 25% off of the water bottle. It definitely, and I can say for myself, I can attest for myself, and I'll be willing to back this company. And if anything happens, I'll be willing to, you know, take the responsibility for it as well, given the fact that I am endorsing this, unlike Sniper Kicks. But it definitely keeps your water bottle, your water cold for up to 30 hours. I tested it. I put water in there. I put ice cubes in that joint. And 3 days later, the ice cubes were still in there. I shook the bottle. The ice cubes were still rattling around in there, and the water was still ice cold. So it keeps your water bottle, your water cold for up to 30 hours. It has a handle. It has a straw function on it. And if you don't want to use the straw, it's got a gulp function on it like a soda can. And then it keeps tea and soup and stuff like that hot for up to 12 hours. It is an incredible buy. It comes in 24 and 32 ounces. It is by a company named Simply. If you want to help support your boy, you can go through the Amazon link, buy that. I get a little percentage off of that, and then you save a lot. So yeah, that'll be in the description. I have opened up channel member subscriptions. I don't know if anybody sees that, or I don't know if it's prevalent. I don't really know how to do all that stuff, but it is not mandatory for you all to do any of that shit. Just the fact that you all are here contributing to the conversation, I appreciate you more than you fucking know. So with that being said, thank you all for attending tonight's Tuesday Night Soul Source. I will be going live Friday night as a weekly wrap up to see what's going on. Even if it's nothing going on, I will probably have a short conversation to, you know, just chat it out, you know, some light shit. But who's going for the phone posits that are supposed to be dropping? I'm not a huge phone posit guy, but I understand that a lot of you all do like phone posits. If you all are going for that, please let me know. Maybe we'll talk about that and see how it does. See if it sells out. Nothing ever really sells out on Nike sneakers. But with that being said, man, thank you all for the love and support. And hold on, let me make sure you all understand what the hell I'm saying to y'all. With that being said, thank you all for the love and support. I appreciate everything you all do for me as far as watching the channel. Even if you only watch maybe like 5 minutes, man, I appreciate that shit. From me to you, with that being said, always remember, as corny as it may sound, nothing is impossible. Fight for everything you believe in. Don't let anything stand in your way. Don't let a motherfucker tell you you can't be great, because you can. And dream hungry. Remember, when it comes to sneakers, I may not be the best representation of that, because life be life and shit be going on. But remember, sneakers are to be worn and not adorned. They only last for so long. Put them motherfuckers on your feet and have fun. And I will catch you all later. Peace, man. I love ya. I love ya.